Hey friends, how you all doing? I'm actually trying to do this on my Facebook page live, but the network is really messy. So I decided to record, then I'll upload on my YouTube channel. All right, I'm talking about conquering one of my demons. One of my demons was fear. I used to be a very fearful person. I wasn't a fearful person as a child growing up. That's just the truth. I was very outspoken. I'll ask you questions. I will question you. I don't want to know because I can remember one of my relatives when I was growing up as a child. He came to visit and he's a pharmacist, so he was smoking. So I asked him, I said, "Sir, but they said smokers are liable to die young." He doesn't forget that thing till tomorrow. Why are you smoking? He could not answer me. I was too, I was questioning everything, and I think my parents were a bit afraid that for a lady, you talk too much, you question too many things, you will not end up as a virtuous Nigerian woman. No man will want to marry you. So they tried to, control my talk nature, and to an extent, somehow, it now made me a bit withdrawn. Okay, and it really affected me because there was a time I went for a competition and I knew the answer to that question. And for like 5 minutes, nobody could answer that question. It was one girl, an older girl, that answered that question. She was given a gift. Can you imagine me? Then I was very small, answered that question. Then I was a teenager. That fear has started coming in. What would have happened? I was very fearful. I was afraid of everything. I was afraid of um happiness, being happy. I was afraid of success. I was afraid of everything. And that's just the truth. Even when I had my first car, that car was parked for 2 months, 2 months or more. I refused to drive. I was trekking. It was my colleague then, Afoma. She now said, Isi, we cannot, no, she doesn't call me Isi, she said, Princess, we cannot afford, we cannot be trekking like this under the rain, under the sun, and you have a car, move this car. That was I entered. She was like, move it, move it. I now drove and I started enjoying it. Even at that, sometimes, even when I returned from Lagos to Port Harcourt, it was hell for me to drive because I was so scared. I was like, I don't want tax force to hold me. I don't want this one. I don't want like nothing. I was just unnecessary fear. I was afraid of everything. I was afraid of even relationships. That's just the truth. Because I'll be in a relationship and the guy is taking care of me, he's providing my needs, he's doing everything for me. I'll be afraid. I was like, he will soon go. He will soon leave me. He will soon do this. And one day I sat and I said, babes, you cannot continue like this. I don't want to transfer this spirit of fear to my daughter. I want my daughter to be outspoken. I want her to live. I don't want her to make her decisions, her choices from a place of fear. I want her, everything she's doing, she should do it from a place of faith and not fear. I started listening to beautiful messages, Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, David Ibiome, Pastor David Oyedepo, this other Paul Adefarasi. I was just listening to their messages. Ye are gods. Ye are from the tribe of Lion of Judah. So I was like, oh, I'm a lion. I'm a lioness. Oh, I'm a goddess. I have godlike characteristics in me. Oh, I'm a god. I'm a god. Ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. I'm royalty. I'm this. I started, talking to myself. I started buying books on personal development. I started reading. Then one lady, Miss Joyce Bawaji. I don't know how I met her. I think that was 2016. I was still dealing with fear. I started reading her posts. Because sometimes she'll post certain things. I'm like, what's this woman posting safe? But destroying to destroy the old beliefs and all is not that easy. And rebuilding, I was like, what she even says? What's this woman saying? Then from there, I joined one other group online, um, Head Start Africa by John Obidi. I was there reading his posts. I was like, wow, and all that. And gradually, the spirit of fear left me. I'm not even there's sometimes till now, if I'm driving, a voice will be like, what if you just have an accident now? What if you just I'm like I will just leave me alone. Don't I just shut that voice away from me because I know if I continue to dwell on that thought, it will manifest, it will become my reality. Okay. So I stopped. By the time I started listening to all these preachings, reading beautiful posts, that spirit of fear left me. And now I'm happy because my daughter, she's a very bold person. She's not fearful. She will walk up to anybody, she'll ask you, not being rude, she'll ask you questions. Even when I'm doing my programs, she'll take flyers I should take it. The last time I went for one exhibition, she was one that was going around telling people, "Can I have your name? Can I have your number? Can I have your name? Can I have your number?" This year too, there was the exhibition I went for too. There was a competition for kids to cook, and before I could even say anything, she was already at the front. She was one that was she was already there cooking in front of a large crowd. So I'm trying to say I'm happy because I'm able to transfer that spirit of faith into her and not fear. So fear is a demon. Fear will limit you. You just realize that what you are even afraid of doesn't even exist. Fear, false evidence appearing real. That's just the truth. It doesn't even exist. And since I came back to Port Harcourt and I started driving, and I've never had any issues with task officers and the rest. Everything has just been okay. And anywhere I want to go to now, if it's an office, an establishment, if I see anybody, I walk up to you and I talk. I ask you what I want to ask you. I write if I write the proposal or I write it and they say it's not correct, they correct me. I go back, I rewrite it and give it and send it back to them. I have conquered that spirit of fear. And I want you today, don't be afraid. Even when I started doing a live session on Facebook, I think the first one I did for my skincare products, if you watch it, you'll notice that I was not comfortable. I was actually fidgeting. But if I said, babes, you need to do this thing continuously. So you have to be confident. That was when I started doing a lot of live sections, video sections on inside the car. I was just doing like that. And gradually I now realized that I'm not even afraid, that I can practically just put on my phone and go live and I talk and I talk and I talk. I want to encourage you today. What are you afraid of? What you're afraid of doesn't exist. Just go ahead and do what you want to do. You want to go back to school? Don't be afraid. Go ahead. You want to start a business? Go ahead. You want to get married? Go ahead. You want to go into a relationship? Go ahead and don't be afraid. Fear is a demon. It's there to limit you. It's there to make you small. It's there to rob you of great things in your life. So I want to encourage you today that please do not be afraid of anything. Conquer that fear. Stay around people that make you fearless. Stay around people that when you see them, you tell them, okay, you look at them and like, if this person can do this, I can do this. If this person can do this, I can do this. Okay? Not from a place of envy or competing with them, but still people that they charge you up. People that charge you up to do more and want to be more. Not people that will always talk down at you. Not people that will always say a lot of things that will scare you, because there's some persons once you tell them how to do this, they're like, hey, this person that did it failed. Oh, hey, this person that did it failed. Before you know it, you start becoming afraid. So, my dear listeners, thank you so much for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye.